Today, we're visiting the Western Reserve Wines, which is in Solon, Ohio, off of Miles Avenue. So let's go in and see how things are going. So these are the hours. They are open from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Monday through Friday, Saturday 10 to 6 p.m., closed on Sundays. So as we walk in, they have such a big array of wines to choose from. I'm not even sure which way to go. It's so much in here. Okay, let's see. Hi, hello. How y'all doing?
Doing fine.
So are both of you two guys the owners of the Western Wine Reserves?
This is owner. I'm just a slave labor.
Wine connoisseur.
Okay, that's the wine connoisseur. All right, so I've been in here before, but now I want to really be a little bit more knowledgeable about what the wines that you carry, because we go into some of the grocery stores, we see a few wines right there on the shelves, and we're quick to grab a wine without any knowledge of what to pair a wine with, what goes good with what, and what's, sometimes we think the best expensive wine is always good for us, which is not true, because I've had some inexpensive wine that tastes really, really, really good. So I'm preparing some salmon tonight with creamed spinach and shrimp sauce. So I'm trying to find a good wine to pair with my salmon. So I'm doing a lemon pepper with a honey glaze. So what would go good?
Mixing up a bunch of different things. When you say spinach,
So the spinach,
pepper,
the cream
and
spinach is gonna be on the side, and that's my dilemma. I'm not sure if I want to do salmon with broccoli, because depending on what y'all tell me kind of goes good with the salmon, I might not do the cream with it. But that was just in my mind. But now that I want to pair it with a wine, I'm not sure if the cream spinach is gonna work with what I'm pairing my salmon with.
You can always do it. It depends on what your palate tells you.
Okay.
When you talk about pairing a vegetable of some sort, let's say spinach or broccoli, broccoli is more difficult to pair a wine.
Okay.
So the spinach might be a little easier.
Okay.
Vlad has a couple of choices over here on the
So
shelf to show you.
where we're going? Over here?
So we're going to France.
Okay. We're going to
actually-
France.
And
There's the
actually,
sign right here.
So salmon is one of my specialties.
Okay.
That I do. So I usually pan fry it face down first, and then I'll flip it over to get that nice crispy skin.
All right.
So usually, if I'm going salmon,
Okay.
and actually salmon is a very versatile dish. So you can do either a French Burgundy, full-bodied Chardonnay. You
Okay.
could do light-bodied Chardonnay or a light-bodied Sauvignon Blanc, or you could do actually a very medium-bodied red.
A medium body red, because I'm more of a red person, honestly.
Okay.
But I know most of the times when you read up, because I have several wine books at home, because I'm learning about wine. I'm be honest, I'm a liquor person, so I'm trying to.
Sure.
So I'm trying to become more knowledgeable about wine and get my palate prepared for different wines.
Got it.
As I get older, it's just.
Well, if we're talking fish, then I think a French Burgundy.
Okay.
So a white Burgundy is basically 100% Chardonnay.
Okay.
And you can go anywhere from $150 or $270 all the way to, $25.
Okay.
And these are just different chateaus that have been around for a long time, and what they do is they essentially just hand pick the grapes instead of just putting everything together. So what would go very well, probably a very decent price point, is this Albert Bichon Macon Villages, about $25, $26.
Okay.
I've had it myself, and I really love it with a nice white fish, whether it's a mahi-mahi, or actually this is what I get with a nice sea bass.
Sea bass. Okay.
And go with a very well salmon as well. With your glaze, we might have to go to Spain.
Okay, so let's go over to Spain.
I know. Everyone thinks that you can't have a red wine with a salmon, but if you're putting a red glaze and very nice Rioja
Okay.
would be very well. You can get one for $20.
Okay.
This is a Grand Reserva, so it's like the oldest See, he's from 2005.
Okay.
And he's got 93 points. Very nice. This is probably one of my favorites.
Oh, okay.
This would be a second favorite. This is also another Grand Reserva Rioja. So they have to be aged for at least a very good amount of time, like 5 to 7 years. This Crianza is the youngest one.
That's the youngest one there. Oh yeah, 2020. I see.
So they go Crianza as the youngest, Reserva second youngest,
Okay.
Grand Reserva.
Gotcha. Is the oldest. Okay.
So
Okay.
depends on people's flavor and their palates. But some people really like the Crianza, really the younger
Okay.
Rioja, Tempranillo grape, and some people really like the Grand Reserva. So I personally enjoy these $24.99, this Grand Reserva with a salmon and the
glaze.
the glaze that you're,
Okay.
because you're putting like a little spicier glaze. Yeah, Spain,
So
a little spicy.
I'm gonna try that one. We're gonna go with that one there.
Okay.
I'm gonna take your suggestion.
A red wine with a red fish. If you were getting a white fish, I would recommend probably the Burgundy.
Okay.
But this one actually is very versatile. Very
All
nice
right.
one.
So we're gonna set that up there, and then if you can just kind of walk me around the store and just give me a quick glimpse
Sure,
of.
absolutely. We got our Pacific Northwest. This is all considered New World.
So explain to some viewers because they don't understand when you go here. This lets them know where the wine is grown. Correct.
Sure. So New World is basically just United States.
Okay.
Napa Valley, California, Oregon. Old World would be Italy, France, Germany,
Okay.
Spain. So this is like what they call, hey, you want some New World, Old World.
Gotcha.
We have a lot of people that come in and they just want Napa Valley.
Napa Valley. I know because most people are so familiar with hearing Napa Valley, thinking that's the better wine because that's what we hear here in the States.
That's really the true gold rush
Okay.
out of California.
Right.
In 1850, they went for the gold.
Okay.
But really, the land was the gold, and you could grow Cab Sav, Cabernet Sauvignon, just so easily, and the different soils really created different flavors.
Right. That's what I learned because
Cabernet Sauvignon actually is a combination. It's a offspring.
Okay.
Cab Franc
Okay.
and Sauvignon Blanc.
Gotcha.
And you created this grape that could literally grow anywhere in the world, but the soil really kind of makes a difference. So even this Camus that is a Napa Valley Cab, $250.
Oh, yeah.
But the hand pick or the Opus One.
Oh.
They have here 500.
And that one there.
Yeah, so the difference is, they kind of just hand pick all the different grapes. And if the grapes do not feel correct or have the correct ripeness, then they will get rid of the grape.
Gotcha.
And they don't take the stems, they don't take the seeds. They really just make it just about the fruit and the flavor.
So is the skins part of the?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
You
the
can't have a
skins
red
without a skin. Okay.
without the
Okay.
skin. That's what makes it. That's what makes it red. Actually, very interesting is you can make a white wine out of red grapes.
I think I read that. Yeah, I was
so
reading that.
So these are the. Any one of these actually would go very well with a salmon or a whitefish.
Okay.
Mahi, cod, catfish.
Okay.
Go very well with any of these. If you're looking for a really great deal, it's $18. It's a Russian River Chardonnay, 90 points. Very phenomenal wine.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty buttery.
Okay.
Aged in oak barrel, and very, very nice. And I really enjoy that one. But yeah, you could go higher up. This one is 32. This is Holly Vineyards. This is actually created by a woman that really just loves to jump out of airplanes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she kind of gave up her professional life and decided to do winemaking and really.
And it came out pretty good, huh?
Yeah, from San Luis Obispo.
Okay.
It's very nice.
So this over here is considered New World.
Yep. You could also do a Pinot Noir. With the red. This is a very nice Pinot Noir if we have anything left, the lapis luna.
Okay.
It's got a very nice flavor to it. Pinot Noir is the most difficult grape to grow.
Woo! And it tastes. I can, like when I was reading, I was learning about the different dirts and everything. I can taste in certain Pinot Noirs the ground that it's grown.
So original Pinot Noir was in Burgundy,
Okay.
France, and those can get pretty expensive. So,
Yeah.
the only other place that you could get really kind of the similar soil is it's called Willamette, Oregon.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have a lot of Willamette, Oregon Pinot Noirs.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's the most difficult grape to grow. It has a thinnest skin, and it's most susceptible to diseases like fungal diseases.
Oh, okay.
So the winemaker really has to be very well versed
Gotcha.
in how to make a Pinot Noir. This is a very nice one. This is Can Ripe. It's about $30. You could doesn't have the price on it, but
Okay.
this is a very nice Pinot Noir.
I'll have to come back and try that because that's the
And
Pinot
it's actually
Noir
makes a
has
really
a
great
different
gift
taste
because just with all the birds, I really,
Okay.
I really like that. That's fun for me. And I've had it. It's very phenomenal wine.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and you could have it with reds, like a redfish, red snapper, salmon, absolutely. Especially
So the
with
Pinot
with
Noir
the
goes
glaze.
really good with redfish, you said. Okay.
Yeah, I want to do it with like a, a very fatty whitefish, like
Okay.
a Chilean sea bass. And that you really want a full-bodied
Okay.
Burgundy or a full-bodied Napa Valley.
Here, I'll let you go ahead. Okay, Vlad. So this coming Saturday, but you said every Saturday you have a wine tasting event?
Every Saturday we have a wine tasting from 2 to 5. Anywhere from Italy to Napa Valley. Usually it's a mix of both, France, Spanish. This one was a very nice Italian wine tasting.
Okay.
So, and I wouldn't call it completely Italian because we also had a very nice Russian River Pinot Noir,
Great.
which did pretty well.
So is there a price tag on the wine tasting?
Yes, absolutely. So this was our previous wine tasting. So this is a Chianti Classico Reserva. Actually,
Okay.
very nice. 93 points from James Suckling. And it is about $23.99, which is a very great deal for a Chianti Classico Reserva.
Okay.
Diadema, this is a super Tuscan, which means that they don't want to be regulated by the Italian government. And
They don't want to be
They
regulated?
do not.
Okay.
No, see, and the DOCG here means that it has the Italian government guarantee.
Gotcha.
This, although from Tuscany as well, does not have the DOCG around. So they don't want to be regulated, but that's actually one of the very nicest wines I've
Okay.
ever had. It's about $40.
Okay.
Well, it is $40. But, so this is a Albert Richon Ferment. This is a sparkling wine. It's next to champagne.
Right.
100% Chardonnay.
Okay.
And then this is the Smostering Cab, Napa Valley Cabernet.
Okay.
It could be very expensive or very not expensive.
Okay.
I don't think we actually had that in the tasting.
Okay.
We had the Pinot Noir,
Got you. Oh, so okay.
which was a phenomenal one from Russian River Valley. Very, very popular place in California.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a very nice Pinot for about 27. And then this is a Sauvignon Blanc from France. It was very creamy. It was very nice.
It was very nice.
Yeah, we go very well with a very fatty fish as well. And
That's a
very
pretty
nice
bottle.
rosé. It is, and actually the top is glass.
Oh, that's nice.
It is nice. I think for like $18, $19.
Okay. Oh, that's not bad for that price.
Yeah.
How does it taste?
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Is it?
Really like Grenache and
Okay.
Syrah, and they really make the rosés. They really make very nice blends.
Good. Okay. So I'm going to take home my wine. I'm going to let everybody know how I enjoyed it and how well it did. And so this Saturday, you said it's called the...
I think it's the Women of Wine.
So will it be the wines that different women have made?
Yes.
Okay.
So women and winemakers that's where we're going to be displaying.
Okay.
Now, hold on 1 second. Figure out some private reserve wines.
While you're doing that, what is this whip shots?
Oh, it's a non-dairy based vodka whipped cream shot.
Okay.
So you would put it on top of a shot, or you make a nice pie with it.
Oh,
Very popular in the wintertime.
okay. So we have vanilla, caramel or caramel, and mocha along with peppermint. Okay, I'm gonna have to try that out pretty soon. And we have the chocolate bars here.
If you write down when you buy this, we'll have your name in there.
Okay.
I will have our manager email you the pamphlet.
Okay.
Okay. Do you follow us on Facebook at all?
No, I haven't, but I will start as of today.
If you follow us on just westernreservewines.com and just give us a like.
Okay.
And you can see
I
all
sure
the events.
will.
And we're actually going to be doing more educational events.
Okay,
So we
sounds
did our
good.
first one on Burgundy wines.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually sold out. within,
Did it?
Like a week.
Great,
We
great,
had a
great,
very nice
great.
charcuterie board, and it was $50 a person.
Okay.
And you get about 2 ounces with 6 glasses, so it's like half a bottle. Of
Okay.
wine.
Oh, that sounds
Very,
good.
Very nice. $70 wines and a very
Sounds
beautiful
really, really
charcuterie board.
good. Okay.
I can show you a picture of our charcuterie board.
So glad I will definitely be posting this soon. So hopefully the business, people will start to walk in just from the channel and me posting it. And I'm sure you have a nice clientele already as it is.
Well, Western Reserve Wines has been around for about 60 years.
And the crazy thing is I'm always next door over at the Cosmo Pro. And because I decided...
This was our previous
Oh,
charcuterie
nice.
board.
Can y'all see that? Nice. Nice. Okay, so Vlad, you're about to show me
Sure.
the 12 and
This is our 12 under 12-ish.
Mhm.
So most expensive bottle on here is about $12.99, and it's just a little bit of everything depending on what you want. We got rosé, Sauvignon Blancs, cabs, petite syrah. We got red blends, and they're all really nice wines that we have tasted and pick them out. And we, if I don't like it, I'm not gonna put it up here.
Okay.
Yeah, I would never recommend something that I would not drink
So
myself.
out of the ones that's here, what is your favorite out of these choices right here? What do you...
These particular ones. I like this My Bros. It's called My Burrow or My Bros. It's a dry red wine.
Okay.
And it is from South Africa.
Oh, wow.
And I really like that it has a screw top, so it
Oh,
makes it
yeah.
just way easier. So if you lose your cork, you
So
could easily...
quick question, not to cut you off. So once you open up a bottle of wine and say you don't, of course you're not going to finish that bottle that day, and you put your top back on, red wines are to be room temperature, correct? So how many days after you open that red wine will you still get that same flavor?
Sure, great question. And really you're going to have about 2 to 3 days.
2 to 3 days?
Yeah, and actually what I found with red wines is that like once you give it, if you cork it and then put it in the fridge for like a day and then bring it out and then bring it back to room temperature,
Okay.
it's almost like it's aged a year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it'll be completely different flavor and a completely different taste. And there's been a lot of wines that, especially reds, that I did not like in the beginning, but then once you age, like after a day,
Okay.
and they've been able to oxidize,
Okay.
it's a completely different flavor.
So do you
It just
decant-
mellows them out a little.
Do you decant the majority of your red wines, or do you just kind of drink them straight out the bottle?
I do not decant,
Okay.
but I do give it a little bit of a breathing time.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's where it comes with like a bigger glass. It's gonna give it like a more access to.
So a wider base
Oxid-
in your glass
yeah.
and a thinner rim.
Sure.
Okay.
Exactly. So
Okay.
like a nice red you're gonna have a bigger glass, kind of like this,
Mm-hmm.
or this.
Okay.
You know, white wines, they don't have to be like that. So you'll have a little more of a smaller
Gotcha.
bowl.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Right ahead.
I came in last week and I was looking for a really nice blend, and I got a taste of this, and it's wonderful.
It's wonderful.
It's wonderful.
So you're back again for another
I
bottle.
am all the way from the west side. Yep.
All right. So that's this bottle here. The young lady said it's a great red wine blend. So does it have more of a sweet or
It's
kind
a
of
good balance.
It's a good
It's
balance.
not too dry, and it's
Okay.
not too sweet. It's like a perfect mix.
All right, y'all hear that? It's a perfect blend.
So, wine.
All right, so explain this one to me one more time.
So this this grape, the Nebbiolo, is it's only can be grown very well
Okay.
in the Piedmont region of Italy. They've tried to grow it everywhere else around the world, and they just don't have the soil.
And that's what it is. It's
and
the
it's
soil.
Yeah, and it's, you know, you can see how it's not very dark in color. It's very medium of the road. This would be like the Rioja of Italy.
Of Italy.
Yeah.
And you would pair this with
You could pair this with a salmon, a pork, or a rack of lamb.
okay,
Like a fillet, a nice steak, something like that.
something like that. Sounds good.
Ribeye. Yeah, absolutely.
A lot of flavor.
Pizza. Goes
Pizza.
Very well with pizza. The acidity of the tomatoes.
Okay,
will
well,
go
very well with that.
this.
All right.
The right bank.
This is the right bank of the river.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the stone.
This is more clay.
More clay. Okay, okay. So more moisture is going into the...
Yeah, it's gonna be more Merlot, so it's gonna be more milder.
Okay.
Yeah, Cab Sav is a very, very strong.
And that's because of the stone or the soil.
Yeah,
It's
it's easier. It's easier to grow. I mean, they'll
Gotcha.
still grow Merlot over there, but they'll have a lot more Cabernet.
So with most of the wines, does does it have to be on a slant, like the hills, or is it grown more on a slanted, or if it's a flat land? How would that? It's not.
There is so much that goes into affecting the way that the grape is grown. It could be, you know, it could have fog over it.
Okay.
And what that creates is that it will get less sunlight, so
Okay.
it will ripen less.
Okay.
And also be cooler.
Gotcha.
So you're gonna have a completely different flavor and it'll affect the soil as well.
So
If
are
you-
the hillier lands with more fog versus the flat land, or it kind of varies depending on the region or where it's at?
Everything, region. They mostly consider, like, they look at climate,
Okay.
which is like the weather over a course of a period of time, over like 2 or 3 months.
Okay.
Versus what they consider as weather is just like, hey, we have a fluke flood, but a fluke
Gotcha.
flood could actually destroy an entire
A crop.
vineyard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they need to have proper draining
Okay.
techniques, or if there is not enough water to get to the vines,
Okay.
then they'll have like irrigation.
Asian. Mm-hmm.
So really, that's why with our technology these days, you have all these different countries
Gotcha.
you know,
Able to grow the wine now.
able to grow completely different wine
Gotcha.
and mimic all the things that, you know, the original winemaker. So you know, obviously Bordeaux,
Yeah.
France is one of the original.
Gotcha. Bordeaux, France.
Yeah. So
All right.
one of the original, most expensive wines you can get.
Right. So this one here. Now give me the background of this one here again.
This is a Amarone Reserva,
Mm-hmm.
2016, and the 2017 version was ranked by James Suckling as number 98 points,
98 points.
and which is very high. And it was ranked by him as one of the top wines of the world. I think it was like number 89 in the world.
Oh, great.
And number 19 of top 100 of Italy.
Okay, so explain to everyone again about the DOCG.
DOCG means it has the direct guarantee of the government that this is exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be Do Wapaccio, and it's an Amarone. So what they do with the grape is they actually pick it in October, and they make it dry. They dry it out until I believe January, until it becomes like a raisin.
So they pick it in October and dry it out until January.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's, they cannot press it before that.
Okay.
And what that does is it concentrates the sugars. So all these Amarones, that's what that means, is that it's going to be, the grapes are dried out for at least 3 months.
And they almost look like raisins.
They actually do look like raisins.
They do look like raisins.
Yep, and it
Okay.
concentrates the sugar. So these are going to be a little bit sweeter than some of the other grapes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what Amarone means.
That's what Amarone means. Got it? So we have joined the wine club. So tell us a little bit about the wine club, Vlad.
Sure. We got 3 different tiers.
So this.
So tier 1 is about $30 a month. It's up to $30. And you'll get 1 white, 1 red, and it'll come with a text sheet. It'll tell you where the wine is from, who the winemaker is, who the viniculture is, etc.
Okay.
Level 2, you could choose either 2 reds or 2 whites, or 1 white, 1 red, and it's about up to a $50 value. So usually about less, about $46.
Okay.
Like that. And level 3 is $100. So usually just 1 white, 1 red, and it'll come with the text sheets. So this is kind of like our previous one. The biggest thing about the wine club is that it will provide you with additional discounts throughout the store.
Okay.
So 10% off our cheeses, 10% off our non-alcoholic stuff.
Okay.
But the biggest thing is it's buy one, get one free wine tasting. So if you do the $30 one, and you come to 2 wine tastings, basically pays for itself.
Okay.
So you come with your husband, you come with your friend, you know, instead of paying $15 a wine tasting or $20 a wine tasting, you pay $20 for both of you.
Okay.
And then you get to enjoy all the different wines and anything extra that people bring in or anything like that.
So say if I join the wine club and say I'm level 2.
Sure.
And I miss coming in a month, how does that work? If I miss coming, do you deliver it or do we come in and pick it up?
If you're local, we do charge a $4.99 delivery fee, but you could just come pick it up. And if you miss that month, then you could just come the next month and pick out 4 bottles of wine.
Oh, sounds great.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
All
you'll
right.
pick up either you get to choose. Either
Okay.
What you would like. Would you like 2 reds or 1 white or 2 whites? And so the $50 one is definitely the best deal. And then if you come twice a month for the wine tasting, you'll definitely get your money's worth.
Okay. So another question: the wine changes every month?
Yep. And we don't have any tech sheets right now, but it does come with a tech sheet. So each one of these wines will have who the wine maker is, where it came from. So it's also an educational event as well.
Okay.
So
Sounds good.
yeah.
So
Very nice.
join
I myself am part of the $50 one.
the $50 wine club. So this is join the wine club. So for those who may come in this Saturday or any Saturday for the wine tasting, don't forget to join the wine club.